Hello everyone, welcome. If you are someone who is very disappointed with the newly reformulated Estée Lauder Double Wear foundation, this video is for you. Ever since I uploaded this video sharing my thoughts as someone who has used Estée Lauder Double Wear off and on since 1997, so many people have been asking me to recommend the next best thing, the next best alternative. In case you didn't see that video I uploaded, I did say that I was very disappointed in it, to say the least. I felt like it didn't have the same amount of coverage. I felt that it didn't have the same wear time. And even though I never felt that Estée Lauder Double Wear helped to control my extremely oily skin that well, it did provide some degree of oil control. And so many people in the comments agreed with me. So in this video, I am ranking 3 new foundations that I think are excellent alternatives to the Estée Lauder Double Wear. I chose new foundations because so many foundations are being reformulated due to the ingredient that all of them contained that are now banned in the EU. So even a foundation like YSL All Hours that some of you may have been thinking would be a good alternative, that one has just been discontinued for the same reason. And then hopefully in a few months, they will bring out a new one. So 2 of the formulas in this ranking are reformulations that have recently launched. And then the 3rd one in this ranking is just a new product altogether. So let's jump right in. My 3rd place alternative is the Nars Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. This claims to be a pore perfecting 24-hour matte foundation with a weightless and breathable serum-like texture, and it offers medium to full coverage. It comes in 40 shades and retails for $55. The shade I'm wearing in this demo is Punjab. Please keep in mind as you're watching these demos that the ring light I'm applying these in front of does alter the appearance of the foundation shade on camera. I'm certain that to a lot of you, it probably looks like the absolutely wrong shade for me, but I promise you that once you see it in the natural light, you will agree that it works. All I've put on under all 3 of these foundations is a moisturizer. I wanted to test them without any primer. It is definitely medium to full coverage. It blends out very easily. It does not emphasize my pores. It does not emphasize any dry patches. I've applied this foundation multiple ways. I've used my fingers, a brush, a sponge, and to be honest with you, all 3 applications looked really, really great. So this is what my full face of makeup looked like freshly applied, and this is what I looked like approximately 8 hours later. What surprised me the most about this daily wear test, because I tried a different one of these 3 foundations every single day and did that 8-hour check-in, I was truly surprised that I'm giving this one a 3rd place ranking. And that's because last month, I think it was, I had it in my, current favorites or top favorites. In fact, I loved it so much, I went ahead and bought a 2nd shade for when I self-tan. But I have to say, this 8-hour check-in surprised me. I was shinier than I recall being any of the other times I've worn this foundation. But then again, when I'm wearing the foundation in my everyday life, when I'm wearing any foundation in my everyday life, I do touch up with powder throughout the day because my skin is that oily. But for these types of videos, I kind of don't want to do that because I want to see how much oil control these foundations that claim to have oil controlling properties actually hold up to that claim. I was also surprised to see that I had some of the coverage from around my nose disappear. But that could be because my allergies were really kicking in that day and I did blow my nose a couple of times. But that's happened in the past with other long wearing foundations and I haven't had that disappearance around the nose. So I took off some points for that, but I'm not so sure. It may have been a fluke. So that's why it's still in this ranking. Had it been a total disaster after 8 hours, it would not even be in this ranking whatsoever. I still think it is an excellent option as long as you can find the right shade, because even the shades that claim to be neutral do run quite yellow, unfortunately. In second place is the Rare Beauty True to Myself Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. This foundation comes in 48 shades and retails for $38. This claims to be a self-priming and self-setting foundation with breathable medium to full coverage and a natural matte finish. It says here that in an independent consumer perception study of 50 people, 94% said it instantly reduced the look of pores, 92% said it instantly blurs skin for soft focus effect, 92% said it doesn't oxidize, which means the color doesn't change during wear. I was actually sent 3 shades of this foundation, 13, 14, and 15. I was shocked by shade 13 because even though on the Sephora website it says that it is a light neutral / neutral peach, it is extremely peach. You know what? I'm just going to throw in some B-roll of swatches of all 3, 13, 14, and 15. 15 ended up being the best for my skin. I never tried 13 on my entire face because it was just way too peach, but I did try 14 and 15. And 15 is definitely more of a natural beige. I just need to stay away from anything peach. But again, during this demo, it still might look a little bit too yellow. I don't keep my ring light on cool and I don't keep it on warm. I keep it on what's supposed to be a mixture, but it still makes everything look really warm. But here it is once again with my full makeup look completed. And I think it looks fine. What I don't like about this packaging is how dirty it gets so quickly, but I do like that there is a locking mechanism on the back, which makes it great for travel. Now, as far as what it looks like on the skin, the claims that the brand makes, I do find it to blur my pores. Not entirely, but then again, I have extremely large pores. And I honestly wasn't expecting it to have as much shine control as it did. So here I am again 8 hours later and I'm still shiny. I'm going to be shiny with all of these foundations. I'm just going to tell you that straight up. None of them offer complete mattification for 8 hours. But as I mentioned towards the beginning of this video, neither did the Estée Lauder Double Wear, on me at least. But I felt like after comparing the footage from all 3 days that the Rare Beauty had less shine after 8 hours than the Nars. Rare Beauty comes in at number 2 because it wore beautifully all day long. It has great coverage without feeling heavy and mask-like. The packaging is good. The price point is even lower than the Estée Lauder Double Wear. And I actually think this is one that even normal to dry or dry skins could wear as long as you prep properly with a very hydrating moisturizer, perhaps a hydrating spray before going in with this foundation. But this is my number 2 pick. In at number 1, the foundation replacement for the new Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is the one I am wearing today, is from Dior. This is the Forever Skinwear Blurring Natural Matte Foundation with 24-hour wear. This one comes in 42 shades and retails for $60. So unfortunately, my top pick is the most expensive. Sorry. It says here that Dior Forever Skinwear is a blurring natural matte foundation with up to 24-hour ultra wear that combines flawless makeup perfection with skincare. Its fluid and ultra thin texture blends seamlessly into the skin and visibly evens out your skin tone. It mattifies shine and blurs imperfections even in front of the cameras. Now this claims to be medium coverage, not medium to full coverage like the other 2. To be honest with you, I found the coverage to be very much medium buildable to full. I have some marks from old breakouts in this area, some discoloration. That's definitely gotten better with good skincare, but I still like to use maybe like another light layer in this area for extra coverage. And I truly feel like this, in my experience, is like brushing on a filter. I feel like my skin looks so beautiful the moment I put this on. And I have tried all of these foundations with a primer. As I said, I didn't do it for these on-camera demos, But as I've been trying them, other than on days that I wasn't recording for a wear test, I did use a primer, a blurring primer, and I have to say the results were even better. I went into Sephora and picked up a couple shades of this foundation. In the foundation stick, I wear 2.5N. With this liquid foundation, I got a sample of the 2N, 2.5N, and 2WO, which is warm olive, which you would not think that I would be. But apparently, I have some of my mother's genetics, and she does have an olive skin tone. My father is where I get the blonde hair and blue eyes from. My mother has the olive skin, brown eyes, and brown hair that is now blonde, but she's really a brunette. So here I am, full makeup, freshly applied. I think it's looking great. And here's the check-in. Shiny, but it's not too bad at all. And unfortunately, I only remembered on this day to do an even later check-in at 12 hours. And this is what the foundation looked like. It was still completely intact. I hadn't lost coverage around my nose or on my chin, the areas that I typically do lose coverage. Shiny, but nothing that a little powder couldn't handle. I think that this is a fantastic alternative to Estée Lauder Double Wear Foundation if you're like me and many others that are just not a fan of the reformulation. You're going to get that coverage with this. You are going to get that long wear with this. You are going to get skincare benefits. Yes, it's a little bit pricier, but I think it is definitely worth it. Dior really knocked it out of the park with this one. I'm a huge fan of the foundation stick as well, and I didn't think I would be because foundation sticks in the past had not held up very well on my oily skin, but I love that one too. So yeah, Dior has really impressed me in the last couple of years with their complexion launches. Now, in case anyone's wondering why I didn't have any drugstore alternatives in this video, and that is because, I was just thinking, if you are indeed someone who has been wearing Estée Lauder for a very, very long time, you're used to paying $40, $45, $50 for a foundation. The current price of Estée Lauder Double Wear is $52. However, if you would like to see this video done with drugstore options, then please let me know in the comments. I'm happy to do it. Or maybe I'll just do a video on the best long-wearing drugstore products in general. I'm always open to your ideas. If you did enjoy this video, found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate that. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've tried any of these, if you will try any of these, what your thoughts are. As always, every product will be linked, and I will include the shade name that I use in parentheses in the description box of this video, and I will also have them tagged through YouTube Shopping. What I'm going to also probably do is put the links in a pinned comment in the comment section, because I'm still getting messages from people that they're having trouble accessing the description box. And the reason for that is because YouTube actually wants us to get away from using the description box and just use their shopping links. The problem with that is not every product is linkable through YouTube Shopping. So for now, if you are struggling to access the description box on your mobile phone, just keep tapping that show more in order to access the description box. If you are new here, I do hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. My username is the same on every social media platform. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.